And my next guy is Vernon Greer with Mallow Creek. We talk a lot about the other guys, but this is a receiver that had 2 TD catches in their 62-7 first-round win over RG Lawrence Pittman also had 3 touchdown runs, and they're just getting cranked up.
Congratulations for us hearing a new name from Mallow Creek.
Yes, sir.
We'd like to hear some more names from those linemen and linebackers and some of the other players. Okay, so I got a couple of nominations from Mooresville game. Mooresville had a big win over Alexander Central. It was a rematch game also. They won the first time, they won this time. This time a little bit larger spread, 33-6. Latham, Cannaday, 1 interception, 2 big punt returns, and over 100 yards on 2 of those. That was 1 nomination. And Ralph Montgomerey, linebacker, 9 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, 1 reception, tight end, 73-yard touchdown. Ralph and Latham, congratulations. Those are different names.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, we've heard a few other Mooresville names, so those are some new ones. Congratulations.
Good job, guys. My next one is a kicker. Matt Cloyd for Ashbrook had a 31-yard game-winning field goal in the second overtime that gave Ashbrook a 38-35 win over Asheville Irvin. And I thought Ashbrook had a good shot in this game. Irvin had some guys that were suspended. Coach Hill over there is an excellent coach, formerly of East Meck, if you guys from Charlotte are aware. He did a good job at East Meck also. And Ashbrook is moving on to play a big rival game against Crest, and Matt Cloyd's the reason why.
Congratulations. Tough kick and or pressure kick in a tough situation. Yeah. Next one is, there was a big ball game between Southeast Guilford and Mount Tabor.
Yeah.
Ended 56-54 Southeast Guilford, and C.J. McThay, running back, 30 carries, 261 yards, and 3 TDs. And apparently, 2-point conversion with 30 seconds left of the game-winning 2-point conversion. So, some big-time situations and making some big-time plays. Apparently, that's pretty good stats. 30 carries, 261.
Yeah, good job, CJ. We'll be discussing Southeast Guilford a little later.
Exactly.
My next one is actually from a losing team, but this guy had a really good game. Riley Hilton, a receiver for Nation Forward down in Fort Mill. 13 catches for 126 yards, and that's a lot of work for a receiver. But they lost to Stratford, a really good team out of South Carolina, 41-6 in the first round of the playoffs down there. But good job to Mr. Hilton. That was a great effort. Just ran into a buzzsaw in Stratford.
Exactly. Also from that Mount Tabor the game, we have 2 players from Mount Tabor that were nominated. Raekwon Brown, quarterback. These are pretty awesome stats. 18-25, 358 yards, 3 TDs, and he converted 4 2-point conversions. Just wasn't able to get enough in that 56-54 loss. And also, James Antoine, running back, was nominated. He had 14 carries for 110 yards, but 3 TDs.
Yeah, that's big for Mount Tabor because most people told us they're more of a run team.
Yeah.
So for them to step up and throw the ball that well, it says a lot about, their ability.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, he just came up a little short.
Yep, came up a few points short.
The next guy is a frequent visitor to our Players of the Week segment, Mason Rudolph of the Northwestern, the quarterback. Another awesome game, 20-26 for 274 yards and 6 touchdowns.
Wow.
And also a TD run, if that wasn't enough. And a 52-22 win over West Florence in their first round playoff game down in South Carolina.
Wow.
And they're going to be going deep into the South Carolina playoffs. I'm sure of that.
Okay, my next one is from Richmond. Richmond defeated LakeNorman 55-27. Diquon Cox, running back, 21 carries for 213 yards and 3 TDs. So
He's been doing it all season.
he's been doing it all season. Did it in a big first round game, a game that we thought would be rather high scoring, and Richmond did the high scoring, and LakeNorman didn't quite.
Yes,
And I'm going to go ahead and mention my last player from LakeNorman, Josh Ladowski. This will be the last time this season we'll get to mention his stats, but we got all next season. And his stats are a little down from his normal. He rushed 32 times for 199 yards.
That's not enough.
And 2 TDs. That's not enough. You needed to get, up over 200. And his passing was only 15 to 26 for 213 yards and 1 TD. So he didn't make that 500 yards, but he's had over 3,000 yards passing and 2,000 yards rushing. 2,000 yards rushing for a quarterback is LakeNorman. You need to find a running back and implement the read option. Take some of the pressure off this kid, off of his feet and off of his back. 32 times is a lot of times for your quarterback to be.
And that's a good point. If they found a running back up there with him coming back next year,
man.
Good gracious, it's not even gonna be fair.
Exactly. So the better than Madden.
Yes.
Congratulations, Josh. You had a great season.
Good job, man. I'm going to finish it out with a few guys I have here. Trayshawn Wynn for Monroe. I hope I'm saying that correctly. 13 carries, 157 yards, and 3 touchdowns in a 48-8 win over RS Central in the first round from Monroe, who's preparing to make another run as they usually do. Kenny Purvis, he's been on here a few times, a running back at Central Cabarrus. 183 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns in a 27-20 win over Asheboro. Good win for Central, and they get to take on Northern Guilford next, which is a great reward for that one. Travis Ramsura of Statesville, 243 yards passing and 3 touchdowns, 115 yards rushing, and a 35-17 win over South Iredell, which was a rematch from the previous week, where they beat South Iredell before. So that's very impressive to beat a good team 2 weeks in a row.
And beat them by more the second time.
Yes, that tells you a lot about what Statesville's doing right now. And my last one, Jarek Robbins from Porter Ridge, had 124 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns in a 32-26 comeback victory over Watauga. And to go up there and get that done, and the state Porter Ridge was in last week, says a lot about the character of that team and the character of Mr. Robbins. That's a good job.
Congratulations to each of you. We'd like to hear more nominations. Please provide them. We'd like to hear people other than wide receivers and quarterbacks and running backs. Love to hear about linemen, linebackers, safeties, whoever. Kickers, exactly. They're important to the ball game. Let us know.
This speech is my recital. I think it's very vital to rock around. That's right. On time. It's tricky. It's the tight. Here we go. It's tricky to rock